Well, good morning. Today's the 20th day of May. Time is 9 o'clock. The Board of Commissioners is in session. All three commissioners are present. We also have with us
Bob Carney, Operations.
Sean Rain, paramedic.
Tim Klein, Treasurer's Office.
Don Watts, Assessor's Office.
Amanda Morse, Assessor's Office.
Elizabeth Duncan, Communications.
IT guy.
Bob Perkins, Ada County Procurement.
Beth Mountain Treasurer.
Well, thank you. Are there any changes to the agenda, Madam Clerk?
There are not.
Okay, first item on the business is unfinished business. I'll accept the motion to remove the unfinished business from the table.
I move to remove the unfinished business from the table for consideration.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. First item up, final ranking award recommendation for RFP 25034. Are you ready for them?
Yes, yes. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. As you may recall, in our opening of these proposals for RFP 25034, the Ada County Temporary Staffing Services for General Labor, we received 26 proposals for this project. And the evaluation team is currently still reviewing these proposals and will need additional time to complete the evaluations. Therefore, we would like to request to retable the final rankings and award recommendation to the June 17th, 2025 open business meeting.
Okay. Any other discussion? All right, I'll accept the motion to table RFP 25034.
I'll move to table the final rankings and award recommendation for RFP 25034 to, what was the date?
June 17th.
June 17th, 2025.
I second the motion.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Right?
Motion carries, thank you.
Thanks. Our second item under unfinished business is the final ranking and award recommendation for RFP 25035, the Ada County Temporary Staffing Services for Professional, Clerical, and Elections. And similarly, we will need additional time to review these proposals as well due to the number of proposals we received. So we'd like to request this be tabled to June 10th, 2025 for final rankings and award recommendation.
Okay. Okay, I'll accept a motion.
I move to table final ranking and award recommendation for RFP 25035 to the June 10th, 2025 business meeting.
I'll second that.
Okay, you've heard the motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, we'll now take up RFP 25036.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, RFP 25036, the Ada County Temporary Staffing Services for Expo Idaho, will also need additional time to review the proposals, and therefore we'd like to request to retable the final rankings and award recommendation to the June 3rd, 2025 open business meeting.
Okay. I'll accept the motion.
I'll move to table the final rankings and award recommendation for RFP 25036 to June 3rd, 2025.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion, all in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Now, we might award this one.
Yeah, I think we will. Yes, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, item number 4 under unfinished business is the award of bid 25056, the Ada County Mosquito Abatement Insecticide Products Purchase FY25. And the evaluation team has reviewed the 3 bids received for bid 25056 and would like to submit a recommendation for award letter for your consideration.
Okay, could you read the letter?
I'd be happy to. But before I read the letter, there were some tie bids on this project. There were 14 tie bids in total.
Wow.
Adam Schroeder, the Director of Weed and Pest and Mosquito Abatement, has made a recommendation for the board to award these ties to Viserys. The reason is for equal distribution of business and that Viserys is a local company. So within the award letter, those are those tie bid recommendations that I'll be reading.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, it's a letter dated May 20th, 2025 to the Board of Ada County Commissioners from Ada County Procurement regarding bid 25056. Dear members of the board, After reviewing the bid submitted, it is a recommendation of the evaluation group to award the contract for bid 25056 to the following vendors and bid amounts as the lowest responsive bidders. So the first will be the product, then the award to, and then the price. So Alticid briquettes, 30-day, awarded to Viseras, $552. Alticid XR briquette to Viseras, $866.80. Alticid XR Slim Ingot to Viseras for $866.80. Alticid Pellets to Viseras for $1,287. Alticid Pellets WSP to Viseras for $800. Alticid SBG2 to Viseras for $150. Alticid XRG to Viseras for $412. Alticid XR Ultra Viseras, $528. Alticid P35 to Viseras for $810. Alticid P35 to Viseras for $40,400. Duplex G, Viseras, $656. Duplex G in a different container amount, $32,600. Alticid Liquid Larvicide SR5 to Viseras for $301.75. Alticid Liquid Service Larvicide SR20 to Viseras for $2,686. Spheritax to Viseras for $206.06. Zinovex E4% to Viseras, $98.14. Zinovex E4% to Viseras for $95.04. Zinovex E20% Viseras, $353. Zinovex E20% to Viseras for $345.80. Aqua Zinovex E20% to Viseras for $356.50. And Summit BTI briquettes to Target Specialty Products in the amount of $85.80. Flush ULV to Target Specialty Products for $19. Delta Guard to Target Specialty Products for $8,055. And rounding out our chemicals is Permanone 3030 to Target Specialty Products for $2,605.31. So those are the recommendations of weed pest and mosquito abatement. And I think the easiest way to do this would be just to take their recommendation instead of reading it all back into the record.
Okay. You don't wanna read them again?
Unless you want me to.
Okay. Well, no, I accept the motion on bid number 25056.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we award bid number 25056, Ada County Mosquito Abatement Insecticide product purchases as listed on the letter and read into the record by our director.
Okay. Is there a second to the motion?
I'll second that.
I'd like to see this Alticid P35, that's pretty fancy stuff there.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Is there any more discussion? Thanks for reading that through. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now we're getting into new business. I'll open the public hearing on resolution 3092. Is there any discussion on this? We're decommissioning some equipment and giving it, some computer equipment, giving it to some kids. Any questions or discussions? I'll close the public hearing on resolution 3092 and accept the motion.
I'll move to approve resolution number 3092 is listed on the agenda.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I'll open the public hearing on resolution number 3093. A resolution procuring electrical switchboard replacements for Ada County Field Services. Is there any discussion on this one?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I can add a little context for this. So we went out to bid and for bid 25039 for the electrical switchboard replacement. We received 2 bids at our opening on April 15th, and both of those bids were non-responsive. So the board rejected both of those bids at our April 22nd board meeting. And we still need to do the project, so this resolution is to allow operations to go out on the open market and secure those services.
Okay. I'll accept the motion.
I move to approve resolution number 3093, which is, as described by our director, going out onto the open market because the 2 bids we received were non-responsive previously, and to go out on the open market to, for this bid.
Okay. Is there a second to the motion?
I'll second that.
Okay, I will close the public hearing on resolution 3093 as well. All right, you've heard the motion. Public hearing being closed. Is there any more further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Right?
Motion carries. All right, thank you. All right, now I'll I'll open a public hearing on a street name change. Star Unincorporated Ada County wishes to change the street name. Is there any question or discussion on this street name change?
But I thought I provided you guys with the map.
Sure.
The recommendation says it's a private use to change it from North High Trail Lane to North Bella Casa Lane.
Both private. Okay. All right.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
so a question to the assessor's office, what was their reason for wanting to change?
This is owner driven. They just called and wanted to change it. The sign changes, that they have to take care of that and everything when it's private. It doesn't go to ACHD or anything. So, it's one person that fits code of the 75% impacted addresses on board. Since there's only one, it's 100%. So no, there's just people wanting to change their name when they buy it.
Okay. All right, well, I'll close the public hearing on the street name change and call for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, just describe for us and for the public, why are we even entertaining that? Why are we doing this?
It's in our Ada County code, street naming code. I believe it's Title 1, Section 2, or Chapter 2.
So when they change a name, even though it's on a private road,
Yeah, it comes to you guys.
we have to approve that change.
Mhm.
That's why we're here. It may sound trivial, but the law requires us to do this, and that's why we're doing it. At their request, we're doing it. So in that vein, I would make a motion to approve the street name change as listed on the agenda from North High Trail Lane to North Bella Casa Lane, which is a private road, as identified on the agenda, and the map will go into the record as well.
Okay, is there a second to the motion?
I'll second that.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you. Okay. Bob, got some more stuff here.
Got one more.
Review the
item.
bids, yep.
So, under our new business this morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, is the review of bids received and award recommendation for public works projects, $50,000 to $200,000. And this is for bid 25055, the Ada County Gel Pod C Shower Remodel 2025. And we received 4 responses for this project. And we would like to submit this letter of the bids received and a recommendation of award for your consideration.
Okay,
The letter is dated May 20th, 2025, to the Board of Ada County Commissioners from Ada County Procurement regarding bid 25055. Dear members of the board, Ada County Procurement received 4 responses for bid 25055. The following are the names of the bidders and the bid amount submitted. Bidder number 1 is Alpine Construction Management with a total bid amount of $301,688. Bidder number 2, Core Construction with a total bid amount of $306,002. Bidder number 3 is Pacific Source Construction with a total bid amount of $234,000. And bidder number 4 is EKC Incorporated with a total bid amount of $171,154. So after reviewing the bid submitted, it is the recommendation of the evaluation group to award the contract for bid 25055 to EKC Incorporated as the lowest responsive bidder for the total bid amount of $171,154.
Okay. I will accept a motion.
I'll move to accept the recommendation of the evaluation committee and award bid 25055 Ada County Jail Pod C Shower Remodel 2025 to EKC Incorporated in the amount of $171,154.
I second the motion.
Okay, given the motion, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Commissioners.
Thank you. Okay, I don't see. Oh, we have Katie Reed on the bridge. All right, we have some solicitor licenses to approve, one for denial. Any question or discussion on these licenses? I noticed that the denials are for statutory reasons. I would accept a motion.
Do we have to, do we do separate motions or just one motion?
I think we can do the one motion for all of them.
Okay, I move that we approve the peddler licenses as listed on the agenda, the 11 for approval and the 3 for denial as listed on the agenda. And as you said, Mr. Chairman, these are under Title IV of the code. We're required to review and accept or deny these applications based on the law, and that's what we're doing.
Yep. Is there a second to the motion?
I'll second that.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we have a number of catering permits, 35 catering permits for alcohol catering permit licenses, 2 new licenses, or 1 new license, 2 license transfers, and 120 license renewals. Is there any question or discussion on any of these licenses? There's several pages of them here. Not, I will accept a motion.
I will move to approve the catering permits and the licenses as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
Motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
All right?
Motion carries, thank you. Well, we have Katie Reed here from the clerk's office on the bridge. You wanna give us a report?
Morning, Mr. Chair. I would love to. It is election day, as you all know. Looks a little bit different than it did in November, as you can imagine. As of 8 a.m. this morning, we had a 2.7% turnout, which equates to a little over 7,000 votes. And as of 9 a.m., we had 576 voters, so we're cruising along.
As of 9 a.m., you had how many voters?
576 vote in person.
Oh, okay, all right. Anything else you wanna report from the clerk's office besides the rousing election going on?
Brent is in the standing room as we speak, helping him out, but yeah, we are cruising right along.
Okay,
Nothing else for you today.
all right. Any questions from the board?
It looks like you're there in the office, right? In the elections office?
Yep, I'm in the warehouse right now.
All right. Okay, Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now we'll take up clerk's, the claims journal. Any questions or discussion on the claims journal? I'll accept a motion.
I move that we authorize payment of the claims journal dated May 20th, 2025.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have personnel actions. I'll accept a motion on the personnel actions.
I move to approve the personnel actions as listed on the agenda.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Now we have a change order from operations, Ada County Public Safety, evidence loading dock and steps replacement. A decrease of $642.86. I accept that's, leftover.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, that's unused contingency that's gonna go back into the budget.
Okay. I'll accept the motion.
I move to approve change order number 1 to agreement number 30215 as listed on the agenda.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Treasurer's office. Go ahead. We have with us our distinguished treasurer.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. In the treasurer's office, phones are picking up and mail payment, tax payments are starting to come in, and that's because last week we did send the reminder notices. This is for the second half 2024. So as you're aware, last November, we mailed the tax bills. Taxpayers had the option to pay in full last December or to pay in 2 halves last December, with the second half being due this coming June 20th. So those were mailed. I will note that not everyone receives a reminder notice. It just goes to those taxpayers who pay us directly, who pay us without a mortgage. People who have a mortgage, they're reminded electronically. So we sent around 50,000 of those. So processing these payments will be our priority for the next 30 days, and then we'll forward those payments to the respective taxing districts.
Okay. Well, good. Any other questions?
Just as a reminder to people, all that tax money doesn't come in for the commissioners to use. It goes back out to the taxing districts,
That is correct.
as you stated.
So keep a little portion of it.
Just a reminder that there are 41 taxing districts and each one gets a portion of that.
Correct, yep. It's a consolidated billing that we do on behalf of all the districts.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Great. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we have the approval of the minutes of the jail inspection, open business meeting from the 6th of May and the 13th of May. Our public hearing on the 7th of May, and a tax exemption hearing on the 8th. Any questions or discussions or any alterations you'd like to make? Hearing none, I will accept a motion.
I'll move to approve the minutes as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay, thank you. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Okay, now we have some Expo Idaho business. We have 3 interim events and we have some concession agreements. Any questions or issues on any of the Expo Idaho agreements? Hearing none, I'll accept the motion.
I move to approve the Expo Idaho agreements as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you. All right, next on the agenda, we have 9 agreements. I reviewed these agreements. Is there any question or issues that needs to be brought up at this point in
We
time?
had to do the Parks and Waterways.
Oh,
Say
yeah,
separate.
excuse me, that's right. I'll take that back. We have Parks and Waterways. We have 3 agreements, Parks and Waterways, for 3 events. I'll accept the motion for those agreements.
I move to approve the Parks and Waterway agreements as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we have 9 agreements. Do we have any issues or questions on any of these agreements? I reviewed them. I think we should get them passed. Any other questions?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
got one agreement here for asbestos testing services. Maybe operations could talk about that one. Are there still products with asbestos in it, and what are we testing?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, there are some areas, some of our different locations, especially in our older facilities where we do asbestos testing as we get into projects just to make sure that it's safe for the workers. And then if we find asbestos, we'll do remediation. So this is just an agreement to allow us to do some testings for projects that we're working on.
All right. Any other agreements you want to discuss? Hearing none, I'll accept the motion.
I'll move to approve the agreements as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the appropriate documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay. You've heard the motion. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
All right?
Motion carries. Next, we have up the weekly indigent items. Any question or discussion on the weekly indigent items? Not, I'll accept the motion.
I move to accept the recommendation of the indigent staff, services staff as listed on the summary of cases dated May 20th and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
All right?
Motion carries. That concludes our agenda. Is there any other business needs to be brought before the board today? Hearing none, we're adjourned. Thank you. Well, good morning. Today is the 20th day of May. The time is 9:30. The Board of Commissioners is in session, acting as the Board of County Emergency Medical Services District for its weekly open business meeting. All three commissioners are present. Please identify yourself for the record.
John Blake, paramedics.
Ryan Larondo, Ada County Paramedics.
Sean Rain, paramedics.
This is the Duncan Communications.
And we have a real ID guy. Okay. Madam Clerk, are there any changes to the agenda?
They're not.
Okay. First item on the agenda is a proclamation. Proclamation declaring the week of May 18th through the 24th as Emergency Medical Services Week. Commissioner Davidson, would you like to read that proclamation?
Whereas emergency medical services is a vital public service, and whereas the members of emergency medical services teams are ready to provide life-saving care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and whereas access to quality emergency care dramatically improves the survival and recovery rate of those who experience sudden illness or injury, and whereas injury prevention and the appropriate use of the EMS system will help reduce healthcare costs, and whereas emergency medical services providers have traditionally served as the safety net of our healthcare system, and whereas emergency medical services system consists of emergency physicians, emergency nurses, emergency medical technicians, paramedics, firefighters, educators, administrators, and others, and whereas the members of emergency medical services team, whether career or volunteer, engage in thousands of hours of specialized training and continuing education to enhance their life-saving skills. And whereas Ada County citizens benefit daily from the knowledge and skills of these highly trained individuals. And whereas it is appropriate to recognize the value and the accomplishments of emergency medical services providers by designating Emergency Medical Services Week. Now, therefore, we, the Board of Ada County Commissioners, Boise, Idaho, in recognition of this event, do hereby proclaim the week of May 18th to May 24th, 2025 as Emergency Medical Services Week, and encourage the community to observe this week with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Is there any further discussion on the proclamation? Okay, hearing none, all in favor, say, or I'll accept the motion.
I move that we designate the week of May 18th to the 24th, 2025 as Emergency Medical Services Week in Ada County.
And I'll second that.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Let's go get a picture.
Good job.
Okay. We'll get into the agenda. We have some new business. We have a resolution. I'll open the public hearing on this resolution, resolution number 3095. It's a resolution of the Ada County Emergency Medical Services District expressing intent to withdraw from urban renewal revenue allocation areas. Okay, let's talk about that a little bit. This is a result of a piece of legislation that passed this year in the legislature. I didn't realize that there was as many revenue allocation areas as there are in Ada County. Is there 10 or 12 or something, a bunch. And it's all written on the resolution. And there are several requirements in the resolution. I believe this has to be, the resolution has to pass and it has to be sent to the various districts that have a revenue allocation area, and then they have to analyze their finances. And if they cannot establish that any debt that was incurred prior to the end of last calendar year, that then they're required to remove these youth from revenue allocation areas, which is good.
It is good.
All right. Any other question or discussion?
Just that they're required to do the dollar amount as well, which we have in the resolution, as well as this is, I guess we need to thank the legislature for enabling us to do this at the local level, which is going to be a benefit for us.
Absolutely. Yeah, we, over the weekend, we had Speaker of the House was up at the Iowa Fire Chiefs Association conference, and he talked about this legislation and the work they did to get it passed this year. So very thankful that they did.
Great, yeah. Yeah, any other discussion? Hearing none, I will close the public hearing on resolution 3095, and I call for a motion.
I move that we approve resolution 3095, resolution Ada County Emergency Medical Services District expressing intent to withdraw from the urban renewal revenue allocation areas.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Is there any further discussion? Once again, this is good for the district. If they are all approved, how much additional revenue will come into that?
$307,000, or a little over 307,000.
Yeah,
Significant.
that is.
Because Mr. Chairman, there's a real need for money in the EMS
Absolutely,
services.
yes.
And so, the legislature recognized that. They didn't do some of the other things we asked for, but they did do this.
They did.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, great. Well, you've all heard the motion. All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, we have the Claims Journal. I'll accept a motion on the Claims Journal.
I'll move to authorize payment of claims on the Claims Journal dated May 20th, 2025.
I second the motion.
Okay? You've heard the motion, all in favor, say aye.
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 We have personnel actions. I'll accept a motion on the personnel actions.
I move to approve the personnel actions as listed on the agenda.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion, all in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
We have the approval of the minutes of the Emergency Medical Services District for May 1st, May 6th, and May 13th. I'll accept a motion.
I move to approve the minutes as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion, all in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Next up, we have agreement number 30493, an easement between Ada County Emergency Medical Services District and Ada County Highway District for improvement of project. Any question or discussion on this agreement? Hearing none, I'll accept the motion.
I move to approve agreement number, EMS agreement number 30493 as listed on the agenda. Authorize the chair to sign documents on behalf of the board.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now, we have an EMS update.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Commissioners, good morning. Thank you very much for proclaiming this week EMS Week. We have a lot of activities that we've got going on. We're also looking forward to, I know at least 2 members of the board are going to come out to our emergency vehicle operator safety course on Thursday, so we're looking forward to that. That should be fun and interesting. You'll get to drive an ambulance.
Get to turn the lights on.
You can if you want, yeah. We'll be on the fairground parking lot, so okay, turn on the siren now.
Okay. Turn siren.
So that's great. We had a good conference up in Sun Valley with the fire chiefs, and I was actually given an award while we were up there. I was given a certificate of lifetime membership into the Idaho Fire Chiefs. I think they know I might be retired. So they gave me this. You think? Yeah, just a possibility that they are.
Well, that's nice. Congratulations.
Your life's over now. You've got the lifetime achievement.
Yeah, that's right. So that's really all I have for today.
That's good. So it was a good conference.
It was a great conference, yeah. We, like I said, Speaker Moyle was up there, and he actually took questions from the crowd for probably a good 30, 40 minutes. It was a while. It was a while, and you know, a lot of people with a lot of ideas, and he wasn't afraid to say that's not going to fly. And but it, you know, it does sound like the legislature is trying to figure out some of the issues that we face in public safety and. Specifically with funding, because you know anytime they do something down there, and it tends to mess with us. And so there was talk about the 8% cap and many different things. So we'll just have to watch the next session very closely as it comes up. So
Yeah, those are ongoing discussions.
indeed.
No question about that. All right, well, good. Any question or discussion on the board?
How do you plan to allocate the new revenue you'll get withdrawing from the district?
We will, It will help. That would actually almost buy one ambulance. So, but it offsets some of the money that we have in coming out of fund balance. But ultimately, and you'll see in my budget presentation this year, we need to add personnel, resources. And so that's the plan as we see not only this revenue, but the revenue from GMT and everything else that is finally coming to fruition, that we're actually going to be able to do some of that. And
When do you anticipate getting the GMT money?
They are saying, so we have to submit our cost report by the end of August. And the GMT money, it's certainly before the end of the calendar year, but it should be in the first couple weeks of October. Unfortunately, and I think I mentioned this last week or the week before, we did not put that money in the budget because we've been waiting for 3 years. So we'll have to come back to the board to open the budget to infuse that money in there, but it's coming. We did meet with Public Consulting Group was up at the conference, and they did a presentation, pretty good presentation for the group. It was sort of redundant for us because we've been working on this since COVID, basically, even before that. So, but it's all looking good.
Okay, well, is there any other business need to be brought before the board?
No, sir.
Well, thank you. Congratulations on
Thank you very
the
much.
Lifetime Achievement Award. We certainly recognize your lifetime achievement. And anyway, we'll be adjourned.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.